Have you ever wondered what truly separates the rich from the poor? Not in money, but in mindset. Imagine standing at a crossroads in life, one path paved with excuses, doubts, and fear. The other, lined with grit, vision, and relentless belief. Which one would you choose? Hi everyone, I'm Jack Ma, and today I'm not here just to motivate you. I'm here to challenge how you think. What I'm about to share isn't just another business tip or a feel-good success story. No, this is far more powerful. This idea changed the course of my life, and if you take it seriously, it might just change yours too. Let's talk about the rich versus poor mindset. Before you roll your eyes and think, this is about money, stop right there. This has nothing to do with how much money is currently sitting in your bank account. You could be holding a crisp $10 bill or $10 million. That's irrelevant. What is relevant is what's going on in your mind, because your mindset, not your money, is your real wealth. Let me take you back to the beginning. Before stages, speeches, and global companies, I was just a regular man from Hangzhou, China. No fame, no success, no money. Just Jack. Or as some called me back then, Poor Jack Ma. I applied to 30 jobs, desperate for just one offer. One. Can you guess how many accepted me? 0. Even KFC turned me down. Out of 24 applicants, 23 were accepted. And yes, I was the one person they didn't want. Imagine that. Rejected again and again, not because of what I could do, but because of how I looked, how I talked, how I seemed. Not tall enough, not handsome enough, not smart enough. You name it, they told me. In that moment, it would have been so easy to give up, to cry, to blame the world, to accept my so-called place. But something in me shifted. I realized this one powerful truth. Being poor has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with how you think. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. When I first wanted to learn English, I had no money. 0. So what did I do? Every morning at 5 a.m., I went to a nearby hotel where tourists stayed and offered free tours just so I could practice English. People laughed at me. Jack, you're wasting your time, they mocked. Why work for free? But that's exactly the difference. That's the poor mindset speaking. Always thinking short term. Time equals money. Every effort must be paid immediately. But the rich mindset? It's all about long-term thinking. I wasn't chasing tips. I was investing in my ability to communicate. That skill, learning English, opened the door to the world for me. And that door led me to the United States, to meeting internet pioneers, to starting Alibaba, to building a company that connected small businesses across the globe. Now let me ask you a simple question. If something is hard, do you stop? Do you walk away? The poor mindset says, it's too difficult, I give up. The rich mindset says, it's difficult? Great. That means most people will avoid it. That's my opportunity. Let me tell you this. The easy road is crowded, noisy, full of people looking for shortcuts and quick wins. And most of them, still stuck, still broke. But the hard road, that's quiet, lonely. It's where very few go. But it leads to treasure. So, You choose crowded and easy, or quiet and rewarding. Let's get real for a moment. You're hungry, and you see two restaurants. One sells meals for $1, the other sells meals for $10. Which one do you choose? Most people say $1. Of course, save money. But think deeper. Why is it $1? Maybe it's made from leftovers. Maybe it's unhealthy. Maybe you'll end up paying $500 at the hospital later. The $10 meal? Maybe it's fresh, clean, healthy, gives you energy to go out, work hard, and earn more. The poor mindset saves pennies but loses dollars. The rich mindset invests pennies to make millions. It's like dating. You marry someone just because they're easy to be with, cheap to maintain. Later, you suffer. Same with life. Don't be cheap with your future. Pay the price today so you don't suffer the cost tomorrow. When I started Alibaba, do you think I was an expert in tech? I wasn't. Even today, I still type with 2 fingers. But if I had waited until I felt ready, Alibaba would never have happened. Poor mindset says, I'll start when I have more money, when I have more time, when I feel ready. Guess what? That perfect moment, it never comes. The rich mindset says, start now. Start with what you have. Start scared. Start messy. But start. Because when you start walking, the road appears. When you start climbing, the mountain makes space for your feet. Poor mindset. I have $100. How can I spend it? Rich mindset. I have $100. How can I multiply it? One time, someone asked me, Jack, if you lost all your money today, what would you do? I said, simple. I still have my mind. I'll build it again. Because someone with a poor mindset, even with $1 million, will lose it. But someone with a rich mindset, even with nothing, will rebuild it all. So don't just think about spending money. Think about how to make your money work for you, like an employee. One that works 24/7, even while you sleep. Let me drop a truth bomb. If you buy things you don't need, you'll soon be forced to sell things you do. Here's a little-known secret of the wealthy. Every single rich person you admire today, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, they got rich not by being lucky, not by having rich parents. They got rich by solving problems. Big problems, no big money. The poor mindset sees a problem and complains. The rich mindset sees a problem and says, that's my opportunity. When the internet came around, poor mindset people said, too risky, too confusing, not for me. The rich mindset said, this will change the world. Want to be rich? Find a problem. Solve it better than anyone else. Serve more people. The more lives you impact, the more wealth you attract. Money is the thank you note the world gives you for your service. While building Alibaba, I failed countless times. So many that if I wrote about every mistake, it'd fill an entire library. People ask me, Jack, how did you survive all the failures? Simple. I knew one thing. Failure isn't the end. It's the tuition you pay for success. So if you've been rejected, laughed at, ignored, good. That means you're on the right path. The path where the rich mindset grows stronger. So I'll leave you with this. You want to be successful? Stop waiting for permission. You want to change your life? Stop blaming your past. You want to be rich. Stop focusing on money and start focusing on value. Don't just ask, how can I make more money? Ask instead, how can I be more valuable to others? Because value brings impact, and impact brings income. Now I challenge you, what excuses are holding you back? What small action can you take today that your future self will thank you for? What mindset are you choosing? Poor or rich? You don't need $1 million to start. You need belief, vision, and action. Right now. So get up. Start with what you have. And never, ever forget, your mindset is your most powerful asset. If you remember from the previous part, rich people are not afraid of failure. They see failure as a lesson. So, what makes their mindset so different? A poor mindset says, if I fail, I'm a loser. A rich mindset says, if I fail, I'm learning. Just imagine a baby learning to walk. First step, boom, falls down. Second step, boom, falls again. If that baby had the same mindset as many adults with poor thinking, humanity would still be crawling. So, failing is okay. What's not okay is failing and refusing to learn. When you constantly blame others, your boss, your parents, your country, the weather, the government, your cat, or even your neighbor's dog, you are giving away your power. A rich mindset says, if I want my life to improve, it's up to me. I failed my college entrance exam twice, but I didn't blame the test. I simply studied harder. When no one would hire me, I didn't blame the companies. I built my own. As long as you blame others, you stay stuck. Taking responsibility is the first step to freedom. Now be honest, how many hours did you spend yesterday on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram? And how many hours did you spend learning a new skill? A poor mindset says, I'm bored. Let me watch some funny videos. A rich mindset says, I'm bored. Let me read a business book. Poor minds crave entertainment. Rich minds seek education. That's why the rich keep getting richer, because while others are sleeping, laughing, or playing, they are learning, building, and growing. How you use your free time is how you shape your future. Every hour counts. Now picture this. You see someone driving a Ferrari, living in a luxury mansion, flying first class to beautiful islands. How do you feel? Your first reaction reveals your true mindset. A poor mindset says, ugh, he probably cheated someone. Life is unfair. A rich mindset says, wow, amazing. How did he do it? What can I learn from him? Jealousy is a silent poison. It kills your dreams without you even realizing it. When you're jealous, you whisper to yourself, I don't deserve that. I'll never get there. The world is unfair. But when you're inspired, you think, if he can do it, I can too. Maybe even better. That small mental shift can change everything. Jealousy closes doors. Inspiration opens them. Poor-minded people waste time gossiping about the successful. Rich-minded people study them, learn from them, stay curious about their journey. They understand one thing. Success always leaves clues. When you admire successful people, you attract their energy, habits, and mindset. When you hate them, you block your own blessings. It's like trying to swim while holding heavy stones in your pockets. you're only dragging yourself down. So, the next time you see someone successful, don't roll your eyes. Don't make excuses. Celebrate them. Smile and say to yourself, I'm next. Because what you celebrate in others, you start building in yourself. Remember, success is not a pie. Someone else winning doesn't mean you lose. There's more than enough success for everyone, if you have the right mindset. Building Alibaba wasn't easy. The first 3 years, no profits. We nearly went bankrupt. My staff wanted to leave. Investors laughed at me. But I told my team, today is tough. Tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. The problem is, most people die on tomorrow night. They quit when things get hard. That's why most people stay poor. Rich-minded people persist. Through pain, through loneliness, through disbelief. They believe in themselves. You don't need a guarantee. You need courage. Listen carefully. Your mind is a factory. If you manufacture excuses, you'll live in regret. If you manufacture dreams, you'll live in greatness. You become what you believe. If you think like a rich person, even if you're broke today, you will become rich one day. If you think like a poor person, even if you win the lottery, you'll soon return to poverty. The battle isn't outside, it's inside. It's not your boss, it's not your parents, it's not your country, it's not your luck, it's your mindset. Change your mind, change your life. Don't say, Jack Ma, you're lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I prepared myself, I trained my mind. I developed a rich mindset while I was still poor, and you can do the same. Start today. Today, I want you to do 3 things. Write down 5 poor mindset habits you will stop immediately. Write down 5 rich mindset habits you will start today. Every morning, look in the mirror and say, I am rich, I am powerful, I am unstoppable. And do this for 30 days. You'll see magic, because when your mind changes, your world changes. If this message helped you, share it with someone you care about. Let's help more people become rich. Not just in money, but in thinking, in spirit, and in heart. Remember, my friends, poor and rich are not about bank accounts. They are about mindset. Think rich, act rich, live rich. Thank you.